Good evening, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here with you tonight to share my story. Many of us have done this. You're not feeling well, and you don't know why. So you look up your symptoms on WebMD to see what's up. I was 17 years old, and I did just that. I noticed a lump on my neck, among other issues, so off to Google I went. There was a long list of possible culprits. But those of you who have done the whole Google your symptoms thing know that often every single possible symptom has a long list of every single possible issue. But at the very bottom of that list is that one scary, isolating word, cancer. I saw that word cancer and didn't want to think about it. It wasn't real. I didn't even want to say the word. My dad told me it probably wasn't that. He told me not to worry about it, that everything would be fine. And I thought, yeah, he's right. What's the likelihood of it being cancer? And my healthcare team agreed. The unofficial diagnosis was a blood clot, and I breathed a sigh of relief. But as I underwent more diagnostics, MRIs, CAT scans, biopsies, my caring team was trailing down that path, coming ever closer to that life-altering reality. Reviewing the results of the biopsy with my dad, I received the official diagnosis. Nasopharyngeal carcinoma, a rare nose, mouth, and throat cancer. Everything crashed down. I remember standing in the bathroom with my dad, the both of us sobbing. The word I didn't want to say aloud was now my reality. It was real, and all I could do was cry. I had cancer. My thoughts were a jumble. This can't be happening. What does treatment look like? Am I going to die now? I'm only 17. Do I have a future? Who do I trust? Who should I tell? I was so overwhelmed. In March of 2019, I began treatment at Randall Children's Hospital. The last half of my school year was gone as I was dealing with chemotherapy and radiation treatments. I often felt alone and exhausted. I wanted things to be the way they were, to be with my friends, my family, my church, and my classmates. Even though I had their support, I was so sad and I was scared. But then something happened that would change my life. I saw a JoyRx mentorship flyer on the wall and thought, hey, maybe this is worth a try. The worst thing that could happen is a slightly awkward meeting and we call it good. Right before the first meeting, I was actually pretty anxious. A stranger is coming into my room, a place where I feel vulnerable and alone. I knew this JoyRx mentor probably had good intentions, but how were we going to connect? How were they going to relate to me? Did they even like talking with teenagers? Turns out I didn't have to worry, because in walked Vlad. We talked and talked and talked, and it was great. It was as simple as that. Vlad and I spent our time playing card games, chatting about art, and answering questions back and forth to get to know one another. Every time he knocked on the door, I couldn't help but smile. My family, friends, and nurses tried to connect with me through my diagnosis, and I love them. But Vlad connected directly with me. It was different. With Vlad, I felt truly seen and heard. His friendship was unconditional. I didn't have to worry about being the best version of myself. If I was feeling bad or irritable because of a bad round of chemo or a strong reaction to steroids, I knew it was okay if I had to tell Vlad to come back another day. There was no pressure, no pretense. He simply understood. He was there for me, however I needed him. Because of JoyRx, because of Vlad, I wasn't alone. And I found community with JoyRx in other ways too. I will always cherish the time that my family and I were able to share at the Alexandra Ellis Caring Cabin as part of the nature program. Being within those walls was really powerful and refreshing. I felt connected again to the natural world and to my loved ones. It was emotional to walk down the trail leading to the lake and see hundreds and hundreds of stones, all placed by the people who had been on this path before me. I saw my friends' names from the treatment on that trail, and those are people I'd never met. So I added my name, my stone, to the path, so I know that part of me is always going to be part of that place now, with all of the other children and teens who have been and will be on this journey. The Caring Cabin is a place where all of us know, without a doubt, that we are not alone. So, where did this path lead me next? Well, with the love and support and solidarity of so many people, I'm so grateful to say that I've made it through treatment, and I am now a proud cancer survivor. I had learned a lot. I knew I wanted to exemplify the support that Vlad showed me. I knew that I, too, wanted to bring joy to others and give back to my community. So what happened next? I started school at George Fox University, where I studied to become a pediatric oncology nurse. As part of my final clinical practice capstone, I was welcomed back with open arms by the nurses and doctors who remembered me at Randall. It was an incredible full circle moment to return to the place where I fought cancer, this time as a nurse. This past April, I graduated with my Bachelor of Science in Nursing and became a licensed nurse. and became a licensed nurse in May after passing the NCLEX. I'm now one step closer to fulfilling the dream that I've had since I battled cancer at 17. And there's another important way that I decide to walk alongside other children facing what I went through. I'm now a JoyRx mentor. My mentee, Benjamin, is 9 years old and was diagnosed with B-core sarcoma. I am grateful to share that he graduated in February after completing treatment, and I'm eagerly waiting to be matched again. The months Benjamin and I spent together have meant the world to me and gave me deeper insight into Vlad's role in my life. I remembered what he did for me, to show up and just be there. So I was. I was there for Benjamin and let him set the pace while we played Legos and games, building rapport and trust together. Today, I am lucky that I can focus on what brings me joy, spending time with my loved ones, visiting new restaurants, and having a good acai bowl. I love playing tennis, pickleball, and painting acrylic or watercolor paintings. And of course, I love being able to help others. When I walk the hallways of familiar hospitals to visit my mentee or do my rounds as a nurse, I feel the power of my community walking alongside me, rallying behind me. I know with absolute certainty that a small act of joy can change someone's life. And I'm excited and humbled to be part of that, to help children know that we aren't alone, that we're here, that you believe in their joy and I believe in their joy, and that no matter what, we are all here walking with them on this path. Thank you.